Guys, I've got a problem. I've got a problem with a certain day in the Gregorian calendar. And I'm sure if you're anything like me, you already know what I'm talking about. As of the time of this recording, it's approximately T minus 2 days from the specific date. And that date is none other than February 14th, aka Valentine's Day. And boy, do I have a lot to say about Valentine's Day, but I'll keep it short in terms of my complaints with this day. However, I will summarize. I will summarize in the detail I need to. Essentially, for some slime demon Ugtar from the 3rd century like myself, love and relationships isn't in the playing cards, okay? I can't. Why the fuck would anybody date me, bro? Essentially, what I'm trying to say is my $3 million Hatsune Miku anime figurine collection my heart doesn't have enough room to share that with another living human being. So essentially, I'm kind of fucked in the love department. However, I have a plan. Valentine's Day is supposed to be this lovely, yippee yeehaw day. Oh boy, I get to post my love, my significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend on my Snapchat story and Instagram story. And I get to look so cool and pretty with my loved one around my arms. Happy Valentine's Day! So happy you're in my life. Yay! I love you, sweetie. Happy Valentine's Day. Today is gonna be the best day ever. We're gonna have a lovely date. We're gonna go. Oh, he bought me chocolates, flowers. Wow. Oh my god, I love this day. February 14th is my favorite day. Is what I would say if somebody fucking loved me. See, that's not the case. That's not the case. There is no case in my possession that holds that truth. So I'm forced to live with the reality that is Valentine's Day. However, I have a plan. I have a plan, a devious one, that requires all of your help. To all of my single friends out there, I call you all to action. Bind with me. Let's forge a union to polarize the single people from the together people. And a big ol' fuck you to the together people, because we don't like them, because they're better than us, all right? And we don't like people who are better than us, because we're sad and lonely and depressed, okay? So, what we're going to do is, because Valentine's Day is such a happy day for everybody, and in the United States median level of happiness is so high comparatively to other days, how about we strip Valentine's Day from its core essential purpose as a celebration and a holiday, and we lower the median level of happiness in the United States? Hear me out, guys. I have a plan. I have a dream and a plan and a course of action. And I call to you, my single friends, to help me in this plan of action, dream, and this calling I have. We will ruin Valentine's Day and we will make it a normal day. So we no longer have to suffer through the fact that our giant ass Miku collection is in the doorway of love. And all of the anime posters and the obscene amounts of hentai mosey on your day, and I'll mosey on my lonely and unlovable my life. So, without further ado, I will get in to the steps it takes to have the most miserable day possible on February 14th, Valentine's Day. In order to misery max the prep. First step, all-nighter, no sleep. If you can't do an all-nighter, try and get no more than 4 hours, okay? No more. No more. We want you guys to be drudging through this day. All right? You got to be in the worst possible state ever, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You got to be in the absolute most suffering possible. So no sleep at all. If you can't, if you need some amount of sleep to survive, then No more than 4. Set an alarm. Set as many alarms as possible. Pour a bucket of ice water in yourself when you wake up, okay? I'll list a video on ways to wake yourself up in the morning when you feel like you're going to pass out. You guys need to only get 4 hours of sleep. Make it really late, too. Like, stay up super late, wake up late. You got to wake up late. I would aim to wake up past noon if at all possible. Anytime after that's completely fine. But if you could wake up past noon, that makes you feel like some awful bum, jobless, terrible person. I that's just from my personal experience. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think on a general basis, waking up later, science even proves that waking up later makes you less happy and can increase levels of anxiety. So, with that being said, wake up past noon, no more than 4 hours of sleep, no shower, no hygiene, none of it. Well, I don't want you to feel your prettiest and your best. No, 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 no. I want you to be at your absolute worst. I want you to look like some fucking pig that came out of a mud factory, okay? I want I want you to look like a slimy, greasy, ugly pig, all right? Good, good. If you look like that, great, great. Fucking rub dirt on yourself. I don't care, man. Wear some dirty clothes that you wore days ago, all right? You got to be stanky. No deodorant, no cologne, none of that. This is just going to be a stink day. You just got to feel, because not taking a shower just makes you feel like gross inside, You just feel itchy, you feel sweaty, greasy, grimy, all those lovely words that connect with misery, which is the goal. So, no hygiene, no sleep, dress like shit. Like I said before, wear like fucking sweatpants, a baggy sweater, whatever the fuck you want. As long as it looks bad, as long as you're not confident in it. If you feel embarrassed to walk around in public wearing this, good. Good. That's the goal. So dress something that you would never dress normally. And then big part of this is social media. We all already know how awful social media is for our mentality, for our mental, for our emotional. All right. But on this specific day, it's really bad. And we need to play into that strength. We need to accelerate our misery by checking social media every hour of the day. I don't care if you have to set an alarm to remind yourself. You got to be on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever fucking social media you have that you see people posting pictures of them and their romantic partner on. You need to be on that daily. Look through the story multiple times a day. Really rub it in. Really like seethe and froth at the mouth, seeing your friends being all happy with their loved ones. Cause double gulp fuck them in the ass, okay? We're by ourselves. We don't got anyone to do that with. So we gotta rub it in to ourselves and make it as miserable for us as possible. So social media, big part. I want you to spend at least half the day on social media on your phone. Make sure your phone's fully charged, okay? We don't want your phone dying because then you can't check social media. And not having a phone is actually kind of good for you, science says. So none of that. No good. The word good, not allowed. No working out, no gym. Going to the gym makes you feel good about yourself. That we are allergic to that sentence. All right. Take that sentence from your mind, throw it away. We don't need it. We don't need any of that. Nothing that makes you feel good about yourself. So, gym, off limits. All right. Eating. Now, this one, a bit controversial in my opinion. However, it is proven that when you don't eat, you are not as happy. I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. Eating makes you happy. All right. Eating, yay, yay. Eat, yum, yum, yay. Not eat, boo, boo, sad. Tear, good. Tear is good today. Reverse psychology, you guys know. So no eating at all. Like, I don't want you guys to eat at all today. I want you guys to actually just starve today. All right. Maybe if you actually are dying and you are at serious risk physically, then you could eat something sad, like a piece of bread or a plain bagel, like a saltine cracker, maybe. But nothing of actual sustenance, okay? Gas station shit only. Like some fucking gummy bears, maybe. Maybe. Sugar, little on the iffy side about sugar. It isn't great for you, but it also makes you feel kind of good. So it's kind of in that middle ground. Whatever you feel is the most miserable, sad, peasant level snack you could get. Make that the only thing you eat today, because having a empty stomach is great. And for drinking, you want to aim for soda and energy drinks because a lot of caffeine on an empty stomach makes you feel sick, and soda just isn't good for you at all. And if you're drinking that shit when you haven't eaten anything that's half sustainable, that's going to add up and you're going to feel like absolute shit. And so that's good. That's good. We want more of that. So that's kind of the combo we're looking for, like this energy drink and soda mixed with barely anything to eat that whole day. That's going to be good. And if you guys are avid drug enthusiasts, smokers, go right for it, okay? I'm personally not, and I don't want any long-term health effects, okay? I don't want anything that's going to affect you guys long-term. So I'm not going to recommend and advocate for getting addicted to drugs, unfortunately, and alcohol. If you know how to use it once and not be addicted, then I mean, go for it. But I'm most of the time an advocate for no drugs, stay in school kids. So take that as you will. If you do drugs and smoke and drink, go right ahead. Go right ahead, as much as you want, as long as you're not dying. Okay, I don't want to cause anybody's death. Okay, I don't want to be held responsible for that. So don't die. Just be on the teeter of death. Be like, I'm going to die, but not quite. That's the goal. We got to get that perfect middle ground of awful misery. I want to die. I want to die so bad. I wish I was dead, but you don't want to be over the line of dead. You want to stay right here. This is that sweet golden spot for Valentine's Day. We all got to be as miserable as possible. And a playlist, music's gonna be huge in this part, guys. If you guys are music enthusiasts like myself, you know of some sad ass songs that make you cry and make you, oh god, dude, it just brings back awful memories, or just like, oh man, this song is depressing. It's, oh Jesus, dude, I'm gonna cry just thinking about this song, even if you're feeling good that day. Like that, some songs that will bring you down to your lowest of lows. You need to compile a playlist with the most miserable, sad, disturbing, and all around just miserable songs. Just very sad, very desperate, lonely songs. And I will give you guys some recommendations, actually just a big recommendation at the end of the video. So stick around for that. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be listening to on Valentine's Day. And when you make this playlist, do not turn it off. You cannot turn it off. You have to listen to it the whole day on repeat. I don't care how many songs are in it. Even if you only know 10 sad songs, loop those on repeat. So you're so fucking sick of it and you just hate listening to these songs over and over again. Good. Yippee. Hooray. Awesome. Misery. Yes, good. If you feel like absolute shit and you want to die, good, but don't die. I really have to clarify this line of misery, but not to the point of death. I don't want anybody dying. I love all of you guys, and I want you guys to have great lives after this day. But on this day specifically, misery max. Misery max all the way. Next is the location. So there's a couple places you could go, all right? I've kind of boiled it down to two, to the absolute most miserable. You could either stay at home and sit in a like quiet dark room with no sunlight, okay? Basement, your room, really any room that doesn't have sunlight in it. You cannot have sunlight, curtains closed, make sure to get some heavy duty thick curtains so no sunlight gets in, and you just sit inside all day checking social media. That would be a pretty miserable day. That's a good one. Or you could go outside and risk the benefit of going outside with the con of seeing other couples. So a place where lots of couples are going, like a public park, maybe a fancy restaurant, any place where couples are going to be going and walking and holding hands. You're going to find a bench and you're going to sit your fat ass down on that bench and you are going to stay there for the entire day. Try and scope out your local area, find a place where there's lots of foot traffic, and you're going to sit there by yourself, looking as miserable and disgusting as possible with your headphones or AirPods in, playing that misery Valentine's Day playlist, having nothing to eat, no sleep, no drinks, and checking social media every once in a while. Wow. Doesn't that just sound great, guys? Doesn't that, that brings a smile to my face to see how miserable it's going to make me. Because I'm going to be doing this. Don't worry, guys. I will be doing this. And I will be recording it. And I will be documenting my experience with it, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, going somewhere public or staying home, any any place that's the most miserable for you, whatever you find, it's kind of up to you. But those are the two places that I found that would probably be the most miserable. So check those two places out. Thinking about your ex or thinking about someone you wish you were with, thinking about a crush that you got friend zoned by, anything like that, you want to hard focus on that. Make sure you bring up that past trauma. All right, you really got to relive that misery that you were put in by these people. Like whoever just absolutely scarred you, whoever hurt you as much as possible. Keep thinking about them. Put them in your head, Give them a day of thought. Just think over every conversation you have with them and why it's your fault that things didn't work out. All right? That is a perfect way to go about it. That will make you as miserable as possible. Trust me, I would know. I've got the experience. I don't even need the scientific research, although I do have it right here. So, um, check that out. But yes, think about your ex, think about someone you wish you were with, why it's your fault, and why you are a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. Just for today, though. Just for today, you are a piece of shit. That's kind of it for the day, to be honest. The only other things I could add on is you can't do anything else today. You cannot see your friends. You cannot play video games. You can't do your hobbies. You can't do any of that stuff. You got to be sitting in this park or sitting in your room all alone all day. All right. I want that to be the only thing you do today is sitting alone, looking at other couples and thinking about your ex or people you wish you were with. That is what you got to do. So nothing else. You can't do anything that gives you dopamine, essentially. Anything that gives you dopamine is off limits for today. That's going to be the way to maximize your misery. Misery max, if you will. And then once you have gone through this entire short-lived day, hopefully, because you woke up past noon, once the sun goes down, no more sunlight. You either, if you're out and about, you stay outside alone, looking at couples until you are on the collapse of sleep deprivation. I want you to be like, not, I don't recommend crashing your car, okay? But make it like so you're not confident in your capabilities of driving. So you slap yourself in the face, like, I got to get home. I want that to be the state you're in, all right? Don't crash your car because I don't advise anybody dying or anybody getting hurt physically. I have to keep reiterating this because I do care about you guys. But on this day, I fucking don't, all right? Not on this day. Not on this day. I want you to be on the brink of passing out, and that's when you head home and go to bed. And no chores, no work, because that could maybe make you feel productive and, give some fulfilling purpose to the day. You want this day to be an absolute waste of time. You want to look back on this day and be like, I did nothing that contributed to my future or myself or anything around me that day. Absolutely nothing. You want this day to be a total waste of time. So don't do anything productive. You can't do chores or anything like that. Procrastinate on all of them and then think about them, procrastinating on them and why it makes you feel bad. Because thinking about it, keeping it stuck in your head is going to keep you more miserable. And that is the goal. So that's kind of it, guys. That's how we're going to misery max. And then going to bed, last little note, very important note. Going to bed, you can't sleep in your bed. All right. Sleep on the ground. I don't care if it's carpet, if it's concrete, if you could find the more hard and uncomfortable surface you can, the better. You want to pass out on this floor, not in your bed, in the most miserable and uncomfortable position. I want it to take like an hour for you to fall asleep just laying here when you've already been sleep deprived for the entire day. Like this is going to be a very uncomfortable sleep, but it's going to make it all worth it in the end when you're as miserable as possible. All right. Slap yourself a couple times, cry yourself to sleep. Make sure you cry yourself to sleep. You want to wake up crying and go to sleep crying. You want the whole day to be tears flowing down your face. Your eye sockets are going to be drier than the Sahara Desert after this one. This is going to make you get to your lowest of lows and even lower than that. Once you hit rock bottom, there's only one way left to go. Nope. You found out you could actually dig under rock bottom and find the rock bottom, where there's the bottom. And then if you want to even more, you'd be like, well, now I've hit rock bottom, and there's only one way left to go, right? Up. No, down, dig further, until at some point you can't see the sunlight, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you can't even see the tunnel. You're just in darkness. You have no idea where you're going. You're surrounded by dirt. The cave that you dug in rock bottom has collapsed on you, and now it's formed this obsidian layer on top of you. So there's no way to escape. So that's where we want you to be. Bottom of rock bottom, underneath, caved in on a top of layer of obsidian. That is exactly where I want you to be. And that's where you should be the entire day. So I will be recording my experience doing this on Valentine's Day. I will have my trusty GoPro, wherever that is, and I will record myself when I wake up and basically do a vlog of the entire day and be as miserable as possible. I have a little Google Doc here of all the steps. If you want, I don't know, you take a picture of it, print it out, just put it in your notes app, whatever you need to do to remember all of these steps, do it. And I encourage all of you to do the same. I encourage you guys to record your miserable day and post it on social media in backlash, in retaliation to the happy fucks with their loved ones. All right. I want this to be a war now. There's like two sides. We got to polarize. The first step of genocide. Polarize. Or I don't know if that's the first step, but it's a step. Polarization. Stop. There's got to be two sides. There's no in between here. There's no I'm in a situationship. No, fuck you. Fuck you. No. You don't exist. Nope. There's only single people and together people. And the single people hate the together people. And we will rise up and kill all of the together people until we are the single people. And then if the single people meet someone else that's single, that they want to get together, nope, execution. They're both dead. Treason, felony charge, death by murder. What does that mean? If you do record this day, make sure to upload it with the hashtag miserymaxx Valentine's Day so we can, get a collection and so we can review all of our performances. And maybe we can even elect a king of who's the most miserable, who had the most miserable day. That's what we should do. Start a hashtag miserymaxx Valentine's Day and see who had the most miserable day. That would be great. I would love to see that. I'm gonna be number one, and if anybody tries to take my throne, they better watch out what's coming, because I'm gonna make sure my day is bad. And that's kind of all I had for today. I've covered everything I needed to cover. One last big fuck you to everybody in relationships. Just want to throw that out there. And music recommendation of the day. Today, I'm not just doing a song. I'm going to provide you guys the playlist I'm going to be listening to on Valentine's Day. Call it Valentine's Day Tunes, a little heart emoji, because, it's super happy and funsies, but it's not. It's not. It is a compilation of the songs that make me personally the most sad and miserable and remind me of terrible times and people that I don't want to remember. So some of these songs, keep in mind, are sad to me for personal reasons. So they might not be sad to you, but I encourage you guys to take this playlist and, tweak a little bit, take some songs out you don't like, or that you do like, take out the ones you do like, and then put on all the ones you don't like. Make it a bad playlist. All right. Make it a playlist of songs that make you super sad. I guess they can be good and bad, but make them make you cry. I'll make sure to link the playlist in the description below for you guys to copy into Spotify or whatever music your platform you listen to. Tweak it however you want, add your own personal spin on it. Any songs that make you miserable. This is just my recommendation. You guys can make your own playlist too, as long as it's miserable. So yeah, that's all I had to say, everybody. And without further ado, I will see you guys on Valentine's Day, and happy misery maxing, everybody.